Oh, what's good, baby?
What's going on?
What's good, y'all? Listen, man, we made it back. We know it's been a year. Like, stop complaining. It's okay. We made it. We here.
Yes.
Y'all know we love you.
Yeah. So my name is Star. For those of you who may not know us from Kicking It with the Kendricks on YouTube.
Yeah.
And this is
On Key, baby. What's up?
Key, baby.
How y'all doing? So, of course, it's always good to be back on the screen and talking to y'all again with my beautiful queen. We've been through a lot, yo. But, you know, we're going to break this thing down, of course, over a couple of different episodes. Trial and error, things may improve. We always listen to feedback, trying to figure out how to make this thing better for y'all. Our focus is content, though. All content, discussion topics, thoroughness, depth. That's what we focus on. And what's our topic for today, baby?
Today our topics are millennial marriage and when we had 2 under 2. Camden is 3 now and Nolan is 2, but we did fall in the 2 under 2 category at the time. So
we just got out. As of April, we got out of 2 under 2. Still feel like it though.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. We've been married
almost
5 years in May. And very exciting times. Been through a lot, seen a lot. But exciting nonetheless, you think?
Definitely exciting to me. I ain't got no choice but to say it's exciting. You think you gonna knock me off this daggone food?
I will not.
Nah, it's been exciting, man. It's been super exciting, enlightening, insightful. God has been pouring tremendously into what we have, and not physical at all, just spiritual and our connection. So it's been growing and expanding, man.
Did want to tell you guys, just so you know, our podcast will primarily be just enjoying millennial marriage, the pros, cons. We do have 2 children, so being parents, millennials, going to church, all of those things. And I'm 32 for those who can resonate with me. And
I'm 30, baby. She don't like to hear it, but I'm 30. I tell her all the time she went in that crib and
boy,
come in the baby.
You lied about your age in the beginning.
No, I did not lie about my age. Nah, I ain't have to do that.
Anyway, okay, so let's get to the questions that we'll be discussing. Mm-hmm. So as far as marriage, right? We've been married almost 5 years.
That feels crazy. Right?
It does.
I think when we first started doing this, we were just getting married or had just gotten married.
No, we was engaged, remember?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. All right. So, would you get married again? At the age that you were?
Married again? Hell, no. I'm playing.
What?
Yes.
No, they say that the truth is coming a joke or something like that, right?
No, I'm not doing it. I don't do that.
Okay, so you would do it again or you wouldn't?
Yeah, I would do it again. I would definitely marry this woman again at the same age. You know, I always look back at how and when we got married and thinking about the thoroughness of it. And it felt right when we did it. It felt right. It was right. And when I say it felt right, it was just because I knew that she cared about me as much as I cared about me, and probably even more, right? Like, she gave me a true compass and understanding who I was within a great relationship and what I could bring to the table that I wasn't at the time. And it gave me an opportunity to improve as a man, as a spiritual leader and a soon-to-be father. So I would say yes again, hands down. I mean, you did nothing but help me improve my life. So, ow, you broke my nose.
I broke your nose?
Oh.
All right, so would I do it again? Or you don't want to ask me that?
Well, yeah. What about you, baby? I already know the answer. It's a yes. So, I mean, we could next.
You don't know that.
What?
You don't know that. Because I was lit.
Girl,
what you talking about?
You crazy about me.
I am. Would I do it again? Absolutely.
With your fine stuff.
Absolutely.
Got to
like, you've given me the space as a Black woman to be vulnerable. And I think that's so important.
Don't forget beautiful Black woman, baby.
Beautiful Black woman. Yes. And you make sure, in that, right? You make sure that I know that all the time. Like, I know when we had kids, it was kind of hard for me, like, taking a step back in my confidence, right? Because I had to have C-sections. And to me, that it makes your body a little bit different. So my confidence was like taking a hit, but you always, even now, you make sure that I'm built up. Yeah, built up. And I appreciate you for that. Like, yes, I would definitely, hands down, even at my worst, like, you make sure you're there when I'm sick. All of those things that you wouldn't even expect a guy to do, you do that times 10, and I appreciate you.
I be trying.
You be doing.
And, you know, the thing is, and I appreciate that. I receive that.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I try to always make sure that I'm not just telling you that you're the only person I see, but I make you feel that as well.
Yeah.
So even in those moments or those seasons where I may not be as vocal with it or not on par as I should be, she knows in her heart that she's the woman that I see, and she sees that through my actions. I always think about my contributions to you tactically. So one is verbal, the other one is actions. I try to lean super heavy on the actions all the time. So you always know. I got your back, girl. I love you.
I love you too. All right. So I have another question.
What you got, boo?
I actually wrote this one down because I didn't want to forget it. What are some expectations that you put on yourself as a spouse? And where did you overcommit?
Dude, Jesus.
That's heavy, right? But that's like...
Yeah. Expectations I put on myself was being a provider financially for everything. Mm. Like, I felt like there shouldn't have been an expense that you had that I shouldn't take. Mm. And I learned quickly that that's not a thing. Unless the Lord is granted you with abundance financially, and it's an option. It's out there.
Yeah.
But when we first got married, like I was a fool. Like what? Like no, dog. And then I mean, you ain't even really into material and stuff like that. It was just when you combining two people together, you're bringing two different sets of expenses together. So it's like you literally talking about taking care of a whole extra person. And you badly just got it together yourself.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
The second part of the question was
where did you overcommit?
Where did I overcommit? I overcommitted on, and I think I still kind of do this. Overcommitted on showing her that she didn't have to touch nothing. So if you know me, you know I like to cook and I can cook. Like I got
down, that. Baby.
I'm super clean to a fault. It's like a part of my disorder. Yeah. So I'm always cleaning, right? So cooking, cleaning, and all the typical societal man stuff that happens, I do that. And I tried my best to make sure she didn't have to do anything. You did. And she got a little used to it, And I was just talking to Eric, one of my best friends, about this earlier. That I don't count the rocks in terms of like what I do for her, but I also understand that. You spoiled, yo.
Yeah.
You are spoiled. But she knows that. That makes it a little bit easier for me to work through it because she understands that there are some areas she can pick it up and she'll vocalize it. Yeah. And I respect you for that. It's like, boo, I know you taking care of me. Thank you. All right, I'm hungry.
Dang.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I got.
Okay, but you know what? That's real. That's just what it is. So same question for me. What are some expectations that you put on yourself as a spouse? Some expectations that I put on myself as a spouse: to be a stay-at-home mom.
Oh my God. You wanted to be a stay-at-home mom?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like as marriage, I was like, I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom. I'm gonna cook every day. I'm gonna be cleaning. I'm gonna have an apron on.
As much as you at work, you thought you were gonna be a stay-at-home mom. Y'all don't understand how crazy that sounds.
I did. I thought that I was gonna be a stay-at-home mom. I thought I was gonna be this perfect wife. Like
you are that now. Perfect is strong. You know what perfect lies with us, but you do your thing now.
Thank you, baby.
Only Jesus was perfect, but baby,
that's that.
You do that thing.
So I thought I was gonna cook every day. But you actually are the one that cook every day. So I thought
my mother-in-law come through.
Oh yeah, of course. But I'm talking about out between us. Like, she's an extension of me, so that's probably why I feel like I do be cooking.
No. When that started.
But I could cook though. Don't do too much. I could cook, right?
Yeah, she can cook. Yeah, my baby throwing down.
I can't cook. You really like
I just said yes. Hold on now.
Okay.
I get in trouble
First
any
of
other
all, I
time
don't
I
want
say
them to be
no.
thinking I'm this millennial that can't cook.
That's spaghetti and that baked chicken, baby. Let me see you.
That's why you got to season chicken for it to be good. So I don't know if you think you're throwing a shot, but that's lit. I put the little lemons on it. Remember that?
At least you ain't cooking Alfredo.
Facts. Facts. But yeah, so I would say that. And then where did I overcommit? I think.
Where you overcommitted, Ruth? Oh my God. Don't even get me started on it. We're going to run an extra 30-minute tape out of this. We're going to get a physical tape to put on the back of the camera.
Okay, that's for a different episode. Yeah, know that I did overcommit, okay, in some areas. But I mean, I do good. And, yeah, where did I overcommit? I think time at home, though. Because I think I'm so into my job right now, like my career is kind of taking off. I think I overcommitted to the duty of being home and the duties at home. So, yeah. So, we talked about us having 2 under 2 so far. So, we talked about us having 2 under 2. Was this planned or not?
We were open to it.
We were open to it.
Yeah. I was shooting the shot every time I got on the court. So
gosh. Do it again so I can do it.
So the first 2 was a given. But I don't think we really...
Back to back though? I don't know if we knew it was going to be back to back though.
Because, we wanted to do that though. Because we understood the biological clock and we knew that they could help.
Don't be... What you mean biological clock? What you mean?
I'm saying, like, we wanted to make sure that they grew up together, near the same age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
What are some of the unspoken struggles of having our 2 under 2?
What you think? Like, I know you be like, man, like, Kiara, they get on my nerves.
Okay, so I think some of the unspoken struggles for me, right? I think for me, like, my knee has issues. Like, I have a cyst on my knee, for those of y'all who don't know. Got surgery on it about 12 years ago, but now it's back. So a lot of times when they're playing, they'll knock on it, or like I can't just be, they're boys, so I can't just be up and down, up and down, up and down, or it'll get swollen. And so I think that's a struggle, like not being able to just play as much. Like I'm primarily the play parent, and I think that's what makes me so upset, because it's like I can't go as far as I want to. Like we can't just be going in the yard and running everywhere. It's a limit to it, and I want it to be limitless. And 2, them being boys, they are rough. Like they are rough.
That's
like,
if y'all follow us on social media, like they're rough.
Yeah.
Their own type of rough too, though.
And sleep schedule. Like they have a sleep schedule, but they wake up anytime they want to wake up.
Yeah, it's just
like ridiculous. They go to sleep at the same time every night, but then their wake up time
at 6,
and they wake each other up.
Brother,
it's a sunny day.
Wake up, brother. Good morning, daddy. Agave, iPad. Agave is milk. We put agave in their milk.
Yeah.
We started to get them to start drinking it, and they never stopped wanting it. And then they figured out what the name of it was, and they called milk agave.
You know what else? Something recently that we both noticed is it's a struggle going to church with toddlers. Yeah. And we love church, so it's definitely a handful. And sometimes you miss part of the message. And if you know us, you know that we are really deep believers.
Yes.
So it's like when you only could pick up this much of a message, it's kind of tough, because it's like you're juggling being a parent in church and listening. Yeah. But you want to tap in, right? We love to tap in. So I think that's something we both recently realized was a struggle.
Yeah. It's frustrating, man. Because like we'll go to church, and like we want to spend time and fellowship with some of our friends and family, but it's even like with general events and not just church. Like we know we're gonna be a couple steps behind We can't have a like real clear adult conversation because the kids want to run around and flip out. And I mean, they're a blessing. Like, we don't take it for granted at all, but it's just rough. That's a part of the 2 under 2 thing. It's like, and I think people have this misconception that, oh, you know, like, get somebody to watch your kid or just bring the kid. Like, you don't understand what curse you bringing on yourself by telling us just bring our kids.
Not a curse.
Like, for people with kids, you understand what we're saying. Like,
yeah,
don't worry, you can bring the kids too. No, we can't.
Yeah.
No, we cannot.
It's not enjoyable. So we've come to the conclusion that if we got to bring our kids, don't invite us. That's just it.
We love y'all.
Can't come.
We love you
FaceTime
so
us.
much.
FaceTime us.
But them kids, we're really not going to be there. And it's going to ruin your experience too. Like, every Sunday we go to church, we got to go in the quiet room as soon as we come in. We can't even walk down the aisle and get the traditional experience of waving and going down the aisle, telling people, excuse me. We got to go to the quiet room.
Yeah.
It's like, man, no. So, yeah. That's some of the stuff you get when you have 2 under 2. But we love them.
We love them. All right. So what are some of the traditional roles and non-traditional roles that you think we have?
Traditional roles, I think you do a great job at folding clothes. I hate folding clothes. So that's just something like that's real quick. Yeah, laundry. I know that's typically a woman thing, and we try our best not to really focus on that too. I put that out there. Like, we try to. I'm not gonna make her cut the grass, so y'all don't.
But I actually want to learn to cut the grass. I've asked him to teach me how to cut the grass.
She want to learn because it's good cardio,
and I think it's cool. Like, yeah, I could cut the grass.
I'll show you, boo.
Like, oh, I'm gonna get out there.
That knee might give out.
Ooh, not back to the knee.
I'm sorry. But yeah, so laundry, and she does an outstanding job, and I appreciate you so much for this. Buying the boys clothes and making sure that they're together. Like, the image that the boys carry when they walk out of the house is primarily built by her, and I appreciate you for that. Cause I don't know, that's just something I don't really focus on because I think it's because you spoiled me with that. Mm-hmm. I know my boys gonna have some clothes on, you know, and that's a blessing. It's huge. So I appreciate you for that. So you do a great job at that part. The other side of gender roles, I talked about the cleanliness thing. I think that's my thing. Outside of laundry, I'll do the laundry if I want to serve her. Otherwise, I'm not touching it. But anything else in the house, I paint the house.
He wash dishes. He does the dishes. But you know, my nails be cute. But nevertheless, I just don't like washing dishes.
Spoil. Ooh.
Do y'all like washing dishes? Because
that's a good one.
I don't like washing dishes. It's just like,
since we've been together.
Yes,
Star. Don't play. Don't play on camera. Don't play on camera.
Well, since we've been together, that's a reach.
In the same,
oh, darn, that's crazy.
I just got my nails done. She had to say that one time. She don't even have to think about washing dishes.
How we used to be.
Oh, you want me to talk about that?
Go ahead.
I got it. I ain't gonna mess up today. I got it. Next question. Yes.
No, be honest with the people. I said that you do the dishes. Like, that's a non-traditional role. And two, something else I think that's kind of non-traditional is you take the kids to school. Mm-hmm. Like, most women would probably take the kids to school.
Yeah. There's some guys at the daycare that drop off their kid, but it's mostly women though. It's mostly women.
So if y'all don't know, Kiara works from home. I work about 50 minutes away. Probably about 45. About 45 minutes away. So he takes the kids to school, and yeah, we appreciate him so much for that. We're a good team, period, though. So
we do our thing.
We do our thing.
I think we also do our thing because we're open to switch that role when it's time. Like, if the other gets kind of fatigued in that area, or they just got so much other stuff going on, because our jobs are fairly demanding. Yeah. Like, I work at an IT security company, and I work for my church, Elizabeth Baptist Church.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to my EVC fam. And Star works for.
I am a manager at a cell phone company.
Not just a manager.
The general manager at a cell phone company.
Girl, you better say that.
Period.
You'll find bossed out self.
Ooh. Yes. And we be number 1 too. Just so y'all know.
She do her thing. So we be busy. So, you know, if our workload is tough on one side, the other side picks it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Within reason, picks it up
Yeah.
and keeps it moving. So
I think we operate in our strengths well, and then I think that when that person strength becomes a weakness, the other person makes that their strength, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we make sure of that. All right, so we're almost at time because we don't want to bore y'all.
Yeah.
Do you want more kids?
Yes, I got it right.
No, you didn't. You hesitated.
I said yes. I said yes.
You said.
I said yes.
Why?
Because sorry, y'all. Had to fix some stuff. My memory card got full.
That's
Don't judge.
technical difficulty.
Yeah, but we fixed it. So I still got it right. Kids, yes. So at first, so it was a transition. Before we had kids, I wanted to have 4 kids because it sounded good, but I didn't really understand the implications of it. Not that I didn't understand that kids were a responsibility, just doing it tangibly. Like you have to have a kid to truly understand that. So when we had Camden, especially when we had Nolan, I was like, I'm through. I'm out of this. I'm over it. I don't even want a dog. Or fish.
Dang, the fish. Lord.
But after a while, I started looking outside of myself and talking to God about it. And, I looked at, I kind of aligned it to how I feel about marriage, right? Mm-hmm. I feel as though when you have someone who you literally can trust with anything, right? Like you have more trust and literal work that's been done with this person, is maybe even some of your best friends that you've had all your life, or even some family members. So it's like, if this person is pouring so much into your life, why wouldn't you want to seal that? Why wouldn't you want to seal that lifelong love with that person when you know that they're nothing but good for you? Like it's crazy for you to waste that time and not get married. So the same thing with kids, right? Like for her, she has a small family, and I understand that God has sown into our foundation so well, whether that's financially, spiritually, emotionally, that we have to pour into our current boys and a future girl. Hopefully we have a girl or boy that we have, that, I'll be a fool not to continue to expand on behalf of growing her family, but also on behalf of me being able to build a legacy through my kids. And legacy is not about the things we leave behind, the tangible thing like a house or car, but giving them the mindset to want to grow and live for God and be great people within this world and be an advocate for changing it. That's legacy for us, not the money. You know what I'm saying? So again, my opportunity to get closer to having kids again was based on me understanding that she really wanted them and that we had the resources to grow our family. I said the right thing. Go ahead, boo.
You want me to ask?
Oh, that was just my question, huh?
I want more children because you already said what I wanted. Like how I'm supposed to, because I have a small family and I wanted to make sure that my kids had a village that like adored them back, if that makes sense. Like I know, like when I was growing up, a lot of my friends was family, but at the end of the day, they had family. Like, so if they had to choose, of course they cut me off. But at the end of the day, it's like I don't ever want my kids to go through anything alone. It was just me and my brother a lot of the times, and my mom, of course. But like, I want my family, our legacy to be strong, and I want them to know that there's someone in this world that got your back, that will advocate for you, that will stand up for you. And so, yeah, I'm going to create our own village.
Come on, village.
Mm-hmm. And be a village for others, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Speaking of being a village, man, that's what this about. So, hopefully, what we done talked about today in our topics got y'all minds going. Any questions that y'all have for us or any way we can be a resource to y'all, let us know. We got a lot more to unpack. This was just literally the re-entry to say hello and give y'all some updates.
We're gonna be consistent this time now.
Yeah. Let me change that a little bit. So we're gonna be comfortably consistent.
Okay, that's
comfortably consistent.
All right, so thank you for tuning in to Kicking It with the Kendricks podcast.
Yeah. All right. See y'all later. Love y'all.